How's it going, everybody? This is RBT coming at you with my NFL Week 9 prediction video. We'd like to apologize. This video is really late. It's supposed to come out at 10 o'clock, and it's like 3 now. So let's get this started and get it over really quick so we can get these picks uploaded to y'all. Alright, starting off Week 1, we have the Thursday night game between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins. But the way Miami's been playing, they really came back down to life. I mean, they're competitive in their games. They're competitive against the Patriots and just about everybody else they played. Then you have the Bengals that came out and absolutely destroyed the Jets last week. So I'm going to go with the hot hand and go with the Bengals in this one. I mean, it'll be tough. Prime time against Miami at home, which doesn't really guarantee a tough environment because of the average, if you want to go that far, the average fan support in Miami. But anyways, I'm going to go Cincinnati over Miami. 27-20 in this one. Miami will make it close. They're really competitive. Ryan Tannehill's a great young quarterback. I think he's going to be a really good one in a couple of years, but I'll go Cincinnati. 27-20. Next we have, going into Sunday, we have Kansas City at Buffalo. It's really hard right now to pick against the Chiefs. They just keep on winning. No matter who they play, how bad they look, no matter their opponent, they find a way to win. So I think the Chiefs, no problem with Buffalo. Even though they've been going through all the QB injuries and everything, they still stay extremely competitive with their opponents. They're looking pretty good for as bad as the quarterback position has looked. I'm really impressed with Buffalo, the way they've held together and everything. And they're tough playing at home too. That's a tough home field environment. I believe so, but. Regardless, I'm going to go Chiefs very close because Buffalo does not get beat bad at home. Kansas City, 24-20 over Buffalo. Next, we have Minnesota at Dallas. You can't really pick Minnesota right now. They're looking very bad. Quarterback play has been atrocious. Just not been a good year for Minnesota, and I don't see it getting better anytime soon. Dallas coming off that horrible come from behind loss last week. So they're going to come back, want to grab a easy win against the Minnesota Vikings. I think they'll do so. I think Tony Romo should come and have a huge game. So hopefully Des Bryant won't yell at him again. But playing at home, coming off a bad loss, trying to sneak a win in get a cheap win against the Vikings team, which isn't good. Cowboys should win by at least 2 touchdowns. I will go 34-20. Cowboys over. No, I don't even know about that. We go 34-17. The Cowboys over the Vikings in this one. Next, we have Tennessee, my Tennessee Titans at the St. Louis Rams. And I'm actually very confident about this game. I know St. Louis somehow, some way, played very competitive against the Seahawks yesterday. The Seahawks could not run whatsoever on the Rams. I'm not sure how they went so crazy against the run yesterday. But the Rams, they held Marshawn Lynch in that #1 rushing attack to like 50 yards rushing or something. And Russell Wilson didn't look great, but he was okay, and he really led them to victory. The St. Louis Rams actually outgained them by like 200 yards, I believe. That's crazy. But I still think we're a very good team. We're good defensively. When we have Jake Locker now, he coming off a bye week, he should be healthy. That's another thing. We're coming off a bye week. We're going to be rested up, healthy, and St. Louis coming off a short week. And I'm just not sold at Kellen Clemens as the quarterback. I know he didn't play absolutely atrocious. He was not great, but he wasn't horrible last week. But I'm just not sold on that St. Louis team being able to win many games with Kellen Clemens, whoever they put a quarterback at the position. So I think we go in there, play tough defense, play a low-scoring game, because obviously St. Louis has a good defense themselves. I think we'll be able to squeak out enough points, whether it be defensively, special teams, or an offense, because we've been looking like a pretty good, solid team overall in all 3 phases of the game so far this season. So I say we win another close game for the Rams. I say the Tennessee Titans win 14-10 over the St. Louis Rams this week. Next, we have the New Orleans Saints at the New York Jets, and I do want to say that I have been impressed with the Jets this season, the way they've played with the decimated team that they have with the rookie quarterback. They still are now, I think they're 500 now after that loss. They got obliterated last week against the Bengals. They were destroyed, but they're now 4-4. But they've been playing very good, specifically against the run. Pass defense is okay, but I guess you got to say Geno Smith has been very impressive. I mean, any rookie to come into an organization like the Jets has been under so much turmoil the last couple seasons. to perform like he has and to lead his team to a 500 victory through 8 weeks. That's pretty impressive. But regardless, New Orleans is a very good team. And know how great Drew Brees and that offense is. The defenses came together, so I think they beat the Jets. Playing in MetLife Stadium, though, so you can expect this game to be kind of close. But in the end, the New Orleans Saints come out and get a victory. I'll go 30-20 over the New York Jets in this one. Next, we have the San Diego Chargers at the Washington Redskins. In this one, I think I'm gonna pull an upset in this one. I think the Chargers have been a lot better than I thought they were. Coming into the season, I thought the San Diego Chargers would be one of the worst in their division, and they were looking very, very competitive. Only lost a couple games this season. Philip Rivers is having a revamped season. He's looking at like he's in his 2009 2008 form. He's looking very good this season, and the defense is playing okay. The running attack with Ryan Matthews is pretty competitive, but I just have a feeling playing at home, RG3 is due for a breakout game. Alfred Morris is going to have a big game, and I think that offense and the offense of the Chargers is good. It's very good, but I think the Redskins playing at home has a chance to outscore the Chargers offense. I really think they do, and I could be wrong. This is my most my least confident pick of the week. But I'm going to go the Redskins in an upset win coming off their loss against the Packers last week. Was the Packers they played? Who the frick did the Redskins play last week? The Broncos, my bad. They were obliterated. I mean, hey, they were winning until the fourth quarter, and then Peyton went off in the fourth quarter. He went off. Like, that was ridiculous. But they're competitive. I think they're better than what the record shows. RG3 week after week, I think it's going to get a little bit better at a time. And that makes that whole team better at a time. And playing at home, a tough environment, I got the Washington Redskins winning this game 30-27 over the San Diego Chargers in this one. All right, next we have the Atlanta Falcons going into Carolina. And Carolina this is the latest they have been 500 in a long time. I remember watching the interview between Sal Palantonio and Cam Newton. I can't remember how long I said it's been since they've been 500 through week 8 of the season. Week 8 of the season. But they're looking mighty good. Not just their offense led by Cam Newton, but their defense is looking very good. Luke Kuechly's stepped up really to be a leader of that defense, and they're moving on up. Maybe one of the top defenses in the NFL, honestly. They're looking very, very good defense. And I think Atlanta, I mean, they had a couple tough breaks. I mean, their best player, wide receiver, Julio Jones going down. I mean, obviously he was having a breakout year, career year. Was leading the league in receptions or yards, whatever it was. But they can't run the football. They're not playing great defense. It's just not going too well in Atlanta. So I fully expect them playing in Carolina. I think the Panthers come out and get a victory by about 10 points in this one. I'll go Carolina 27, Atlanta 17 in this one. Next we have Philadelphia at the Oakland Raiders. And yes, Philadelphia was beat by the Giants last week, and that did shock me. But I heard there was a stat that the Eagles have one of the longest losing streaks at home in NFL history. Not the longest, but one of the longest, and they're approaching that right now. But they're actually not a bad team away from home. They're really not. And this is an Oakland Raiders team, which is not that great. They did squeak out a win last week against the Steelers, which themselves isn't a great team, so I wouldn't expect that to be a turning point for the Oakland Raiders team. But I do believe Terrell Pryor is a really good quarterback. I think he has a big game. But the Eagles are hungry for a win. I think Mike Vick's going to be fully healthy for this one. Playing away, which gives them better chances to win at home. So I think Philadelphia goes into Oakland, pulls out a win. I think both teams score a ton of points. I would not be surprised if Terrell Pryor has one of the biggest games of his career in this one, statistic-wise. But I will go Philadelphia in a high-scoring game, 34-31 over the Oakland Raiders. Next, we have Tampa Bay at Seattle. Enough said right there. One of the worst teams, probably the worst team right now in the NFL compared. Well, no. Does Tampa Bay play Jacksonville this year? Let me check that real quick. That'd be interesting. No, unfortunately they do not. So both teams probably could go 0-16. Wow, that's funny. Not a team on the schedule I think the Bucks can beat, but you have arguably the worst team in the NFL, arguably against the best team in the NFL. So, playing in Seattle, the toughest home field advantage, the best home field advantage in the NFL. It's gonna be a bad day in Tampa Bay. Yeah, I know Seattle struggled last week against the. This last week against the Rams, but and they're coming off a short week. But I fully expect Seattle to blow Tampa Bay out of the water. I'll go 34-13, Seattle over Tampa Bay. Next we have Baltimore at the fighting Cleveland Browns. And the Baltimore, hasn't been that impressive this season. They really haven't. Ray Rice is actually not having a great season. Joe Flacco's looking quite inconsistent. They just really can't run the ball. They're actually sub 500 right now, but they're still very competitive. They've not been blown out in any games this season. They've won the games that they should have. They already beat the Browns this season, so why do you think the Browns can beat them again? That was when the Browns had Brian Hoyer at quarterback. Or no, I don't know. Brandon Weed might have still been starting there, but regardless, that's how they are now. Same team. Even though they're going into Cleveland, it could be a little close, but I fully expect the Baltimore Ravens coming off a bye week to be able to beat the Browns. The Browns might keep it close, as in touchdown close, but I'm going to go Baltimore 21-14 over the Cleveland Browns. Next, we have Pittsburgh at the New England Patriots. Yes, the Patriots came out of a bye week. A week last week against the Dolphins where they had to come roaring back to beat the Dolphins. But that just is a testimony to how good that team is. Yes, they have some parts in their team which is very weak. The wide receiver core is bad. They're not able to run the ball as well as they wanted to, and Tom Brady's having his worst statistical season of his career thus far. But as long as they're 5-2 and more than likely going to make the playoffs, none of that crap matters. All that matters is winning. So they're a team that knows how to win, whether it be ugly or not ugly. But Pittsburgh's not been a good team this season. They're 2-5 right now, coming off a loss. I don't see Pittsburgh winning this game. With their physicality up front, I think they could, if they can get Tom Brady, they could have a shot. But I'm not seeing it happening enough to be able to beat the Patriots. I think they keep it a little bit closer than people think. As long as Big Ben's the quarterback, no matter how bad his wide receiver core is, he's a good enough quarterback to keep him in games. But playing in Foxborough, I think the Patriots win this game by about, I'd say 10 points. I'll go 24-14 over the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that New England defense, I believe, is extremely, extremely underrated. They've been playing very good this season, for the most part. And I think they're pretty solid defense. Well, I think definitely the pass defense is better than the run defense. But overall, I guess you could say points per game wise, their defense is very underrated. So I'm gonna get, like I said, Patriots 24, Steelers 14. All right, 2 more games to go. All right, let me do my prediction how long this video has been. I'll say about 14 minutes, 13 minutes. I was close. All right. We have the Indianapolis Colts going into Houston to play the Houston Texans. And Colts has been very, very good. Did they have a bye week last week? I'm not real sure. They come off a bye week. That's right. You had the Houston Texans, which has been one of the biggest disappointments in the NFL this season. So I fully expect the Colts to go into Houston, get a big win. I'm not sold on the Texans anymore whatsoever. Coming into the season, I had the Houston Texans to win the South, and now they very easily could finish third in the South. The Colts looking mighty good. Andrew Luck's having a great season. Defense is coming together really well. The running game's pretty good there in Indianapolis. It's just the quarterback situation, the offensive situation as a whole for the Houston Texans has just been a absolute nightmare. The defense isn't looking as good as it was hyped up to be. The Colts, I believe, gets at least a 2-touchdown game in this one. The Texans are pretty good against defending the pass, but the Colts will just find a way to win this game by at least 2 touchdowns. I'll go Colts. Colts 31, Houston. Houston's. Yeah, I'll go 17. I'll go 2 touchdowns by 31-17 Colts over the Texans. All right, now this is probably actually the toughest game to predict of the week. The Monday night game, which is going to be a good one. Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers. And these two teams have been, for the most part, pretty good. I'm honestly not sure if Jay Cutler is out for this one. Yeah, he is out actually. Okay, he is out, so that really diminishes the Bears' chance at winning this game. I did not actually know how severe his injury was, and he is out. But for the most part, the Bears have been playing pretty well. Defense has been kind of a disappointment, I guess you could say, but the offense had really picked it up. But now without Jay Cutler at quarterback, it's going to be very tough to go into Green Bay and win. And without knowing Jay Cutler was hurt, I was kind of leaning to a close victory for the Packers. But right now, seeing that Jay Cutler's out for this game, Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL, if not the greatest. You have Aaron Rodgers versus Josh McCown. That should settle it enough right there. I think the Packers win by at least 13 points. At least. I will go 27. No, I think more than that. 30 to 14. I'll go 30 to 14 Packers over the Bears. It's tough luck for the Bears. I mean, I think they could have a chance to win if Jay Cutler would play. And if they did lose, it'd be close. But it's a big difference in between Jay Cutler and Josh McCown. It's a really big difference. So that's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also, leave a like if you haven't already. And follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/SBRTR. Comment below with your picks for this week. And comment below if you disagree with any of my picks. Normally people have been liking my NFL picks so far. I really like that. That really means a lot. And keeps me motivated to make these videos. So thanks for that. But anyways, have a great day. Roll Tide, go Sox, and go Titans to you. Catch you guys later. Have a great week.